Thank you very much. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you so much, Reese. I really appreciate this opportunity. I love talking about personal branding and the art of social selling. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Virgie Van Horst. I am the creator of the Digital Real Estate Accelerator Method. So a little bit about me is my story. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a realtor and I'm a business owner. So I know firsthand the struggles that most of you guys are facing when you're trying to scale and build a business online. I've been on the internet for 21 years. That's a pretty long time. During that time, I scaled and built businesses, with my digital marketing strategies I developed over the years, working with entrepreneurs and CEOs. Now, during that time, the internet evolved, technology evolved, and so did digital marketing strategies. And that's why I feel so firmly and believe that personal branding, I believe, is the future of marketing all businesses. Now hear me out. Imagine, being able to strategically connect with your target audience, getting them to know, like, and trust you, Because we all know people don't buy products, people don't buy people. And they get to know, like, and trust you. This is a huge game changer, guys. Even for me personally, my own personal branding journey, it has literally changed my life. I have met amazing content creators like Patrick Ward, Andrew Helms. Through that, within 2 years, in 2 short years, less than 2 short years, I've become one of the top 1% LinkedIn video creators. I've been given LinkedIn Live Beta, which I've been using to actually coach and mentor and teach realtors, CEOs, and professionals how to build a personal brand, have fun doing it, and flip the script. Flip the script so that you can actually have leads coming to you. And it's just such a fun way. It's a way to basically own your digital real estate online and create a huge digital footprint, guys. Now, yes, I did a lot in a very short period of time, but I'm not going to lie to you. If you watch a lot of my content, you'll know that I speak a lot about the struggle. The struggle is real. You're going to hear me say that a lot because it is. It's a lot of work. And you have to have an entrepreneurial mindset. Because if you don't, you get very emotional about the process and you start overthinking. But with an entrepreneurial mindset, guys, you can see opportunity when other people can't. So it doesn't matter if you actually have this entrepreneurial mindset, you will see that it doesn't matter what business that you're in. It doesn't matter if you're a CEO, if you're a realtor, or if you're just somebody who's looking to build a brand and you're not quite sure what you want to do with it yet, but you know that you need to get in on it now. Because the time is now. The time is now, and I'll explain to you why. Why is the time, Virgie, to build your digital real estate and huge digital footprint and build brand equity? It's because traffic is never going to be this cheap again. LinkedIn, why I love LinkedIn so much is because it's a beautiful place. The traffic on LinkedIn is the way traffic was on Facebook in 2012. Now, I know a lot of my creators, content creators on LinkedIn, do not like it when I try to compare Facebook to LinkedIn. But I'm not telling you to take your Facebook content and just throw it on LinkedIn. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm trying to say,
I'll say that.
no, you have to be a little more strategic about it. But the organic traffic on LinkedIn is what it was back in 2012. And that's why it's so important to embrace this and your personal brand right now. So, personal branding. This is a way you can supercharge your brand, scale your business, even if nobody has ever heard of you. That is the power of personal branding, guys. That's why I love it so much. Okay, so how can this work for you? Well, the first thing you're going to do, guys, is get social, right? It's social media, so let's get social. Now, you guys, most of you probably have a LinkedIn profile. If you don't, you definitely need to get one. But if you do have one, now is a great time for you to dust off that LinkedIn profile, look at it with a new, fresh set of eyes and a new perspective. Your LinkedIn profile is literally your landing page, the top of your funnel. It's your first impression. It's what people are going to see first when they decide whether or not they want to connect with you. So So be very, very clear about what it is that you do, what you offer. And if you're not too clear on what that is yet, don't get too stuck on that. Think of how you want people to feel. You know, maybe highlight some things that are perfect for your personality. What I'm trying to say here is this is a place that you want to be very, very clear. Like if you do a certain thing, like Bruce with the blue shirt, I solve problems. That should be its headline, it should be very clear. The photo, you want your photo to be up to date and you want it to be very personal, very real. Because social media is about connecting, it's about humans, it's about building relationships. So pick a really good photo that makes you look approachable. Do not use a logo, because I will tell you most people when they get into Connect and they see a logo, I usually ignore those. I want to know who I'm connecting with. So make sure that you're looking at this profile and you're seeing it as your landing page. Make sure you're adding all the links to your website, to your other social media, anywhere you want to send leads coming to you, where you want them to go. If you have a calendar or a schedule call, this is where you want to do it. You want to pad and you want to complete your whole entire social profile, because once you do that, it actually unlocks other features, like featured content, which you won't know about until you actually complete your profile. So don't get stuck and make sure you get the profile going. And the next thing you want to do, don't get stuck on worrying about creating content. First thing I want you to do is actually start curating your feed, guys. I want you to go out there and really start consuming content, finding stuff that resonates with you, like genuinely. Now I know that can be hard to do because maybe I heard somebody tell me once, like, LinkedIn is so boring. I'm like, what? LinkedIn is not boring, guys. There's nothing boring about it. You're just not connected to the right people. So what I like to do is make sure that everyone, so the next step is connect, collaborate, grow. So you've got your social profile, you've got everything in place, now what's next? You need to connect, collaborate, and grow. So the first thing I told you about is when you actually go and start curating your feed, what you're doing here is priming the algorithm on LinkedIn. Okay? LinkedIn wants to know that you are a good user, that you're going to use it for engaging, for connecting, to connect, collaborate, and grow. That's what they want their platform to be used for. So when you do these things and you engage on other people's posts, not lurking, not talking about searching on posts and being quiet and this stuff. No, engage with insightful comments. Because right now, just by engaging on other people's posts, you are actually personal branding. You are building your brand reputation because the way you strategically created your social profile, now when you actually make comments on other posts, it has a little image of you, your headline of what it is that you do and the problems that you solve, and your insightful comment. Right there, it's public to everyone. They can see your insightful comment, they can see your headline, and then they can go, this person's interested. And that, my friend, is how you start boosting your profile views. And that's very, very important. Another thing that you can do to start scaling your profile is that you should be strategically connecting to about 50 or 60 people daily. Now I say the number 50 or 60 because I've tried more and I got, kind of blocked. It makes it so that you can't do anything else. So the safe number is about 50 or 60. You can do less. You can't do more because you'll probably get blocked, but do less. But make sure that you guys are actually taking the time to review the profiles. And this is a huge game changer because I get so many connects a day. I get so many DMs where people are like going straight to a pitch and they never even looked at my profile. That right there is that is bad etiquette on LinkedIn. That is not the way to start building your social profile. So please make sure that you guys are human. I know that we all want to get to selling, but before we get there, we need to start building relationships first. So you're strategically, growing your profile, adding 50, 60 connects a day. I will talk about reviewing profiles and sending out custom notes. Custom notes letting people know that you took the time to review their profile, that you want to add value to their network. This is a huge game changer. I also have done custom videos to influencers or people that I really want to get the attention that you need to do is build the relationships, but really, while you're engaging with this content, it's not just a time waster. This is actually the thing that helps you find your voice. The more you see other people's content, the more you resonate with stuff, the more you start developing your own opinions, your voice, the more you start getting comfortable. I remember being on social media and looking at posts and being too scared to leave a comment. I was afraid to be judged. I was afraid it wasn't going to be insightful enough. So I would do, cool, nice post. But when you start finding your voice, you start getting really comfortable, you start to engage with insightful comments, and that is a game changer. That's how you build relationships, and that is huge on LinkedIn. Because on LinkedIn, it's not just about fun. You're connecting with CEOs, founders, decision makers. These are people you want to spend time making these relationships with. All right, so just so I told you, personalized notes. I got this one today, and I decided to screen cap it. I was doing my slide. And what did she say? Hi, Virgie. I noticed that we share mutual connections, and I just had a chance to check out virgievanhorst.com. And I know she checked out my profile. She dug deeper because that's how she found my .com. And it left a strong impression on me. I'd love to have you in my network. This right here makes a difference. If I have 10 people trying to connect with me, one's a logo, one is like, I don't even, nothing. But then this one pops up, this one's going to get my attention first. Instantly, it's going to be accepted, and I'll probably respond with a voice message saying, thank you so much, I really, really appreciate that. So she's going to deepen that relationship with me by thinking outside the box. This is what everyone needs to be doing at all times. Always thinking outside the box. How can you separate yourself from everyone else? Okay, so I was talking about the algorithm on LinkedIn. And a lot of people are like, well, what is the algorithm? What are the indicators? Well, this is a LinkedIn social selling index. You can Google it, you can find it. Don't worry about Googling it now because all these links to slide, I will give you guys an opportunity to download all these so you'll have everything. But this right here gives you really good indication. So look at this. Establish your professional brand. Find the right people, engage with insight, and build relationships. It's a pretty good indication that that is what LinkedIn is gauging when they're checking your social index and the LinkedIn algorithm. These are pretty good indicators that if you follow these things, you're going to boost your score. Another thing is I know that some of you guys may or may not have a lot of content in your feed. If you don't, and if you're not already connected to these individuals here, you need to be connecting to them. They create amazing content, and not only that, in their content is amazing people. You notice a couple of them here. We've got Andrew Helms, the wizard, a wizard, very specific, and Patrick Ward. I remember coming to my first LinkedIn local. It was felt like a long time ago. First time I met the man in the blue shirt, and I was super excited to meet Patrick Ward and Andrew Helms. And that's one of the first photos me and Patrick got together. So it was just to show you that now I'm here, I'm speaking at a LinkedIn local. And this is the power of building relationships, staying consistent, and owning your personal brand. So all these people, I'm going to put in an email to you. I'm going to link to all these people and their profiles so you can add them to your feed, because this content is amazing content. This will start giving you inspiration, ideas, and a whole flood of other professionals that like and resonate with this content. And this would be a really good place for you guys to start to figure out what resonates with you, and from there start curating and cultivating your feed. So, amazing individuals here. Okay, so you want to be recognized as a go-to expert and thought leader in your industry, but how do you do that? What's your story? First thing you gotta ask yourself, what is your story? Because the thing on LinkedIn, so remember when I talked about how the internet evolved, technology evolved, and digital marketing evolved? You know what else evolved? The consumer. That's right. The consumer also evolved. They got smarter. They got tired of being oversold and constantly pitched. So we, as marketers, as business owners, as CEOs, entrepreneurs, we have to think of a different way to connect with these individuals. We have to go back to being human. Right? That's crazy, right? I mean, as connected as the internet has become, we have because of that, there's actually a rise for more live events, for more community. People want to engage, they just are so disconnected. So how do we connect with those people is by stories. Like, well, how do I do this for business? It's really easy if you don't overthink it. So what you need to do, okay, so you need to become a content creator. Like, plain and simple, a content creator. And me, well, my thing is video. So of course I'm going to put you video, but you should not do video if you don't like video or if you're not good on video. There are so many other ways that you can create content. If you're a writer, if you're a graphic artist, there's other ways you can do it. But if you can get yourself comfortable on camera, it's a game changer. If you can overcome the fear that keeps you stuck, creating video is a platform that is literally, it's amazing. And why it's amazing is because you can create so much content out of it. And not only that, it really helps you find your voice, define your personal brand, get clarity on your brand, because it fast tracks it. It really makes you have to grow personally before you can grow professionally. Because a lot of people talk about imposter syndrome, and what that comes from is not having enough conviction in yourself, in what you're doing, your products, your services. But when you do video, and you're going out there, you're putting yourself out there, it's easier to create content that is authentic. And when you create authentic content that actually relates to people, it's a lot easier to get them to engage and connect and build relationships. It's how you get people to know, like, and trust you. So through that, you get clarity on your brand, you start finding your voice, and then you start discovering tips and tricks how to keep yourself consistent, because the next thing is, what do I post next? But when you discover your voice and you realize that you don't have to make it just about your business, you actually can make it about the things that you're passionate about, and talk about the struggles. Don't talk about, document your journey. A lot of times people want to talk about when they already got to a place, but they can't talk about it yet because they're not there yet. So they're like spending months doing nothing, when in fact they can actually take those 6 months where they're trying to figure it out and document that, resonate with other people who are going through that exact same process and journey, and then when he finally, or that person makes it to where they want to go, they have all this digital footprint that they created that basically shows the journey that they went on and how they became an expert and how they can actually help because they've already been through that process. So don't get stuck. Focus on what makes you unique, what makes you different, and embrace that. You know, a good friend of mine, Quentin Ullams, he's embraced the strange. You know, I was known for a long time and still am as the badass realtor. Why did I say that? Why? Am I badass? Well, maybe sometimes, but no. I think it's because honestly, I believe we're all badasses. We all have that thing inside us that makes us unique. And when you hold on to that, when you draw that line in the sand and you say, this is who I am and I'm going to come out and I'm not too worried about pleasing everybody, you know what you do? You actually attract the people that want to work with you, the people that already resonate with you. And as entrepreneurs, we get to create the lives we want, right? So why would you want to create a life where you get to work with people that you don't really get? Or where you have to put on a mask, or you have to be someone that you're not just to work with them. While you're doing all this work, create the life you want. Let people know who you are so that they will gravitate towards you. And that's where flipping the script comes in. Because when you get people who already know, like, and trust you, have already resonated with your content, I mean, it's like, this is like a funny analogy, it just popped in my head. Have you ever gone to one of those malls and in the food courts, and there's all this food, right? And you've got this chicken place and this chicken place, and you've got one person who's at the front giving you a free sample, giving it to you. And you taste it, you're like, oh, that's good. And you got the next place right next to you, and you're like, oh, do you have any samples? They're like, no, but we're better than them. You go with the one that you know, that you've seen, that you've tasted, that you've experienced. It's a game changer. That's what personal branding and creating your huge digital footprint can do for you and your business. you know, like I did on some of my events, and decide to do a video, please tag me. Tag Andrew, tag Gracie, Patrick, do you want to be tagged too? but if you do that, also put these hashtags in there. My first video, my LinkedIn video, and LinkedIn fam. And what you guys may not know is that the community at LinkedIn is amazing. We have there an abundance mindset. There's so many of us that do and talk about the same thing, and you would think that we wouldn't want to embrace each other. But on LinkedIn, we actually do embrace each other because we know that not everybody's going to want to work with me. Not everyone's going to want to work with Andrew. I don't know why, it's amazing. But the thing is like you want to put yourself out there and let people decide. Let them come to you. Let them gravitate towards you. The other thing that's amazing about creating content is that we're all in businesses, right? We all need to market our businesses. Through personal branding, you can market and test marketing and your offers with organic traffic. That means no paid advertising. Why wouldn't you want to be embracing this and just seeing how you can strategically use personal branding and building a huge digital footprint for your business? So the time is now. Okay, so really quick, another thing is you really want to track your engagement on posts. I did a post talking about featured content. Another one is quick little tip. If you have a video and you want to get some more in-depth video analytics, you can do that. You click on the views right over here. Everyone has it. Some people will have another window that opens up that will give them more advanced analytics on the time that's spent. This is great if you want to dive in and see what kind of engagement you're getting, how much of your video is being watched. It's really good to focus on not just the vanity metrics, but also your engagement. I have some content, I did an article. It really got hardly any views, but the engagement on it was really, really good. So you want to make sure that you're measuring all your different KPIs so that you can keep, giving yourself a pat on the back so you keep moving forward. Okay, so some other posts. Now LinkedIn, I told you why LinkedIn is so important right now, and the organic reach is huge. This post, I collaborated with Lachey Robot. I actually just met with her. We've been connecting for a long time. I knew she was meeting somewhere, connected her into a quick little 1-minute video. If you look at the views, 36,000 views in 24 hours. Hey, I don't have 30,000 connections. I have 8,000 connections. So how was I able to amass 30,000? It's because the organic reach on LinkedIn is so huge. If you do the right collaborations, if you're strategic about it, you can get traffic like this right now on LinkedIn. That's not going to be, in 2 years, that's not going to happen. It will not be like that. So this is a very special moment in time. Okay, a thought leader or influencer. So the word influencer has also evolved with everything else. Influencer used to, a lot of people would think, oh, she's the Instagram perfect photo. That was what people thought an influencer are. The new thing, not new thing, what's evolved to is called a thought leader. Now, my good friend Quentin Owens, he did a really great post that really made me think about this. And it's something that I did naturally. A thought leader is greater than an influencer. An influencer is awesome, but a thought leader is also an influencer, but they go deeper. They have a special insight on a particular topic. And when you become a thought leader, it's very easy to position yourself as an expert in your industry. And so how do you do that? And what I love about the thought leader is it really, sometimes when people are an influencer, it's very surfacey. As a thought leader, you have to go a lot deeper. And you have to find something that you're completely passionate about. Things that you know a lot about. This could be really fun. This could take something that turned into your job and you integrate your passions in something that you work with, and no longer is your job now something you hate, something you have to do. When you fuel it with your passions, it's a game changer. You know, I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I work so many hours a day, but I don't call it work. You could not pull me away from my computer because I love what I do. And we all have the ability to love what we do if we're able to infuse that with the things that fuel us, the things that we're passionate about. And now I'm telling you that now is the time to embrace who you are, embrace what makes you different, and sprinkle it into the content that you create about your business. Because on LinkedIn, we're a bunch of businesses. So when you're thinking about this is really important because the next thing is the art of social selling. Everybody wants to talk about the art of social selling because what I get asked is, when do I sell? When do I sell? Well, here's the short